Hey friends, Asher with gentsscents. Hope you're doing really well outside today. Lovely weather, so I decided to shoot the video out here. Today I'm going to be going over with you guys 10 different fragrances that I got rid of, either gave it away or sold it or swapped it, and realized I just screwed up. I had to buy it again. So 10 fragrances that getting rid of was a mistake for me because I just ended up buying the fragrance over. Stupid. So let's jump into it. Check these 10 fragrances out. All right, I've got them all kind of over in a basket here, so I'm just gonna grab them as we go. First up, we've got Serge Lutens, Serge. Tobacco leaf, honey, amber, hay, and incense. Some of the notes in the fragrance. This one for a while was really hyped in the fragrance community. It doesn't get as much hype anymore, but at one point in time, this one was a hype monster. And that's when I got it, and I've always liked it. So it wasn't a thing where I got it and I was like, oh no, not for me, smells terrible or anything like that. It's just, I never really wore it. And so I was like, well, I'm not gonna wear it, I'll just sell it and put that money towards something else, which seemed like a good idea at the time. So I sold it on eBay, and luck would have it, when I sold it, actually, part of it leaked in the box, and so I had to refund part of that order. So I didn't even get the full amount that I sold it for. Double whammy a little bit. And then I started to think to myself, why did I sell that? I actually like the way that smells a lot. Dang it. It's got this really interesting tobacco that's sort of sweet, but not really a pipe tobacco. That hay lends an interesting nuance that you don't find very often or really much at all. And I just ended up buying it again. I did cheap out. I bought it as a tester, but luckily it still comes with the cap and everything. The main difference between this and the normal full presentation, other than of course not having a box, is the full presentation has this little screw cap that you can put on. The tester just comes like this. So yeah, Serge, bought it, loved it, didn't really wear it, sold it, had to refund part of the money that I got for it, and then just bought it again. Great. Fantastic, by the way, in fall and winter time. Next, oh, this is a good one. Vetiver from Guerlain. Now, if you've watched this channel for a while, you know I love this fragrance. You know I love vetiver as a note. So what happened with this one? What's the deal? I got it originally quite a long time ago. I got a 100 ml bottle, older bottle style, and same kind of thing. For whatever reason, didn't wear it. Now that was my fault, that was my bad. That was one of those times where, you know, I smelled it once or twice and I was like, yeah, I'll get to it, and I never did. And again, this was years ago, so please forgive me. But I got rid of it, sold it. And then later on, bought it again and realized how much of a mistake I had made. Now I've got 3 bottles of Guerlain vetiver. I've got this one. I've got the style of bottle that came before this with the metal looking cap, same bottle style. And then I have an old, truly vintage bottle of Guerlain vetiver. So obviously I love it. It's just something that I had to come around to. Vetiver, tobacco, bergamot, lemon, oak moss, some of the notes in the fragrance. Really nice vetiver, grown up, complex, a lot going on here. Fantastic fragrance, great in spring and fall. And for the price, killer, great bang for your buck. Up next, I've got a fragrance that I actually swapped. It's Hommage à l'Homme Lalique. I love this fragrance, I love it so much. Yeah, I should have never gotten rid of it. Oh, so good, especially for the price. This one I swapped for, I feel like it was part of a bundle deal for a Loewe Solo Assoluto, off the top of my head. I could be wrong, but I know I swapped it. It's got violet, saffron, oud, and labdanum as some of the notes in the fragrance. This is just sophistication with this nice bit of sweetness. The florals in there are never overwhelming, but they add so much depth. The oud in here, not dark, not animalic, actually like a nice kind of sweet woodiness. Oh man, this is great. This is so good. It's like clean and sweet and sophisticated and refined and grown up all at the same time. Now, if you're a younger guy, you probably won't like this too much. And truthfully, when I first smelled this, I thought it was okay. One of those fragrances that as time went on and I smelled it more, I really enjoyed it more and more and more and more, to the point now that I absolutely love it. But be warned, younger guys out there, probably not gonna be for you. And even guys that are middle-aged and up may need to grow on you. Next, one that I sold, Lancome Hypnose. And I had to get this one again because, I mean, look at that bottle. The bottle is sick. This is one of the coolest looking bottles of any designer fragrance line ever. It doesn't feel the greatest in the hand, but you know what, aesthetically, not bad. It's got cardamom, mint, amber, and lavender as some of the notes in the fragrance. This one, a great evening fragrance, a great night out fragrance, great date night fragrance. It's got that cardamom, gives you this little bit of a sex appeal to it, this nice sweet spiciness, but at the same time, it's got an air of sophistication and class to it. There's a flanker of this that I really want. Haven't been able to find it yet, but if anybody out there can track one down for me, hit me up. Also really like that mint, gives it this nice kind of fresh pop. Oh man, the wind just carried it over that way. Lame. Anyway, the mint has this nice fresh pop when you first spray it on, and then it really kind of gets a little darker, a little deeper, a little sexier, like I said before. It's good stuff. Don't remember what I sold it for. Obviously, didn't work out, bought it again. Now this one I gave away, Halloween Man, the original. And this one smells a little bit like 1 Million from Paco Rabanne. Cinnamon, vanilla, martini, and leather, some of the notes in the fragrance. And this one I gave away, I believe, to my brother. And I've got a bad habit of gifting fragrances to people when they show interest in it. Because it's like, you know, I have so many, and I feel, you know, this is gonna be good to give away to this person because they can wear it. You know, they can show it some love. It's almost like you have an animal and you know that you're giving it away to a good home, and you're just like, it pains me to let you go, but I know this person will take care of you. It's kind of like that. So essentially what happens is somebody, in this case my brother, you know, they check it out and they smell it. Oh, I really, really like it. And then I go, you like that? Take it, man. Take it. Yeah, take it. Take it, man. Take it. Yeah. All you, brother. And then the second that they leave, I'm like, let me get on my phone. I gotta place an order for a new fragrance. Every freaking time. That's what happened with this one. Thankfully, this one's not too expensive, so it didn't put me in the hole too much. It's really good for the price, actually. Obviously, a little sweet, a little synthetic, good night out fragrance, good clubbing fragrance. Solid. Up next, Le Bleu DC. Cypress, juniper, rosemary, and cedar, some of the notes in the fragrance. Green and woody. This one, a bit of a departure from the other Issey Miyake fragrances, and a good one. Now this does have some citrus in there, but not at all a citrus forward fragrance. Like I said, more green and woodsy. This one befell a similar fate as this one right here. Just give it away. Yeah. Shouldn't have done it, obviously. Had to add it back to the Issey collection. And that one, a little bit of an under the radar kind of fragrance. Really nice quality. Up next, one that I swapped, 24 gold from Scent Story. This one also, a little bit like Serge, at one point in time was super hyped. People wanted this bad. People were doing anything they could to get their hands on this. Anything. Maybe not realistically anything, but they were in high demand. So I had this, and well, not this one, but I had this fragrance and I swapped it. And I forget what I got for it. It was something pretty good. It was like a Comme des Garçons or something like that. And so at the time I was like, heck yeah, of course I'm making that swap. I'm making that deal. And then I wanted to get the fragrance again, so I bought it again. That one smells a bit like Oud Save the King from Atkinson's. That one's really sweet and resinous, along with oud, of course, being one of the main notes. You've got vanilla in there, you've got amber, you've got Gaillac wood. Really, really solid scent. Also smells a little bit similar to Ragba from Lattafa Parfums. Or is it Lattafa Perfumes? Another one I gave away, Aqua Essenzia Colonia. This one, super clean. This one's got bergamot, clary sage, and ambroxan, along with watery notes, so some of the notes in the fragrance. Very clean, like I said. Great out of the shower fragrance, great office fragrance. Somebody that's young can pull this off, but you know what? Older guys can pull this off as well. Italian style cologne, done up in the style a little bit of something like an Acqua di Parma Colonia. Only this is not Acqua di Parma, this is Aqua Essenzia Colonia. So the reason I gave this one away is because I picked it up for not much at all, gifted it, and then picked up a couple more also for not much at all. I really love that one. It's just a really cheap, clean, kind of grown-up fragrance. Dig it. Now this next one I sold, and as soon as I sold it, the second I sold it, I went, ah man, I regret that. I'm already ordering a new one. L'air du Desert Marican from Tower, LDDM. Yes, LDDM. Oh man, this is just like the biggest mistake ever selling this. Now, in case you haven't caught on yet, I actually sold this at the same time as some of the other fragrances that are in this list. I had this great idea at one point where I was gonna go through my collection and downsize and get rid of some of the fragrances that I didn't wear very often. And this was one of them. And the second it sold, I was like, no, what have I done? Because this smells so good. It's next level. This is one of the best fragrances that I've ever smelled. It's great. It's ambers, spices, woods, all mixing together, smelling like a desert spice market, a Moroccan spice market. So good. Tower made like a room spray. I don't know that he does. I probably should have looked this up beforehand, but if Tower made a room spray of this, I would buy it legitimately, and I would just go around sneaking from room to room like, no Febreze for me, no thank you. I'll take the LDDM. My wife would just be like, why is it always smelling like this? What are you doing? I don't know, it's weird. It's weird, what's it smell? I don't know. It smells good though. So yeah, this stuff, amazing, absolutely love it. I would just spray this into the air to smell it. I don't even care how often I wear it. I will just walk by and pick this bottle up and be like, that's weird. Yes, I agree. Okay, last fragrance, Versace Eros Flame. Obviously the flanker to Versace Eros. This one I reviewed not too long after it came out, and it was kind of it was an okay review. Didn't love it, didn't hate it, thought it was all right. And then that was that. Got rid of it and didn't buy it again until I believe about a year ago. So I just kind of wrote it off. And then I was like, you know, that Versace Eros Flame, maybe I wrote it off too soon. So I got it back in, started wearing it again, and then I kind of decided, yeah, this is actually pretty good. Orange, vanilla, tonka, pepper, quinoto, some of the notes in the fragrance. At this point, I would rather wear that than the original Eau de Toilette, which I said in my re-review. So Versace Eros Flame, maybe I wrote it off too soon the first time. And there we go, 10 different fragrances I shouldn't have got rid of because I just bought them again. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for listening to maybe some birds in the background. Everybody's happy that the weather is starting to look up. Thanks for your support. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.